Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin, a big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
And this is a unit that has to feel good about itself. Got the win last week in the wild card round, and oftentimes we say you want to get the open week and get some rest, but many times we see the upsets happen with a team that won the week before and has momentum on its side.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Watson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And all the pressure that goes on in these playoffs, but the first score here in the divisional round always very key.
Partner, this team handled it like it was a regular season game, that they were confident in what they were doing, came right out and established themselves early.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. A first down there on a pickup at 25. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To throw is Watson. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his tight end, Burton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Watson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Now Watson. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round for the playoffs. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
And while it may be overplayed, in the media, it's real when it comes time to play ball.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Michelle. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he hits his man, Matthews. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll turn to Michelle as they go back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. They go quickly here out to Moore. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
And Gay knocks this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And that just enough to get it done.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run. Devontae Freeman. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Watson off play action. And Anderson's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You must be switch.
On the draw, this will be Freeman. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check.
Now it's Freeman. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith.
This goes to the goal line. You got to be very careful what the offense calls rub routes. When I call a pick trying to screen you off from your coverage, does a nice job of avoiding that and helping force an incompletion.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. And this a 39-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Wilson now on 3rd down. He's got his man, Boyd. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a 1st down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing again here, Wilson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Michelle. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Wilson to throw on 3rd down. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Boyd there to make the grab as his guys are able to regain the lead. Precision, precision, precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
So far, he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Watson now to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. That's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That's it, baby.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt.
Let's go.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions.
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Watson on 3rd down. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Robbie Anderson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
that had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He gets this one to Boyd. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Wilson on 1st down. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful Divisional Round Weekend. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on third down.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. And he is closing in on the 100-yard mark for the day.
And it appears that he loved the fact that they're going to play this game earlier. Daytime, he's out there running around, feeling good about himself. Whatever his prep was coming in, he was able to get out there quick and fire away.
Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's out to his running back, Michel. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw again. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And Matthews makes the grab. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Trying to go back to Matthews there. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Wilson to throw again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson to Michel on the screen. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This fourth and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's NFC Divisional Round game. And it was the Green Bay Packers who will continue on in these playoffs as they knock off the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, in our game, we're set up for a terrific second half. So to find out who will advance to the NFC title game, let's send it back out to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Watson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's got his tight end, Burton. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Watson off play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Margus Hunt gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Watson. And that is incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done. It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Airing one out for Boyd. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Heading back onto the field, here's a look at Devontae Freeman now. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Running right, this is Freeman. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? Back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
I'm going to run you. Second and 6 at the 12-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, he completes it to Boyd. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Michelle. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michelle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Now Wilson. He gets this one to Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now it's Wilson. He gets it to Matthews, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. On the ground, this is Michelle. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Check. Kill.
They run with Hines. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, Michelle, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. Now Michelle. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Now it's Hines. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. On first down, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Back to throw, Watson. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Robbie Anderson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, yes, that's his 3rd touchdown catch, which is very impressive, but on the scoreboard, they're still struggling.
So safe to say that without him, my goodness, yikes, they are in major league trouble. He's doing his best to try and keep them in the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. This is Michel on the counter. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. On 3rd down, Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 36. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Wilson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
On 2nd down now, Michel. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got his man, Boyd. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Michel. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Wilson's pass complete to number 88, Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Seattle.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 13 yards there and a Niner first. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Freeman. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think a lot of people are a little bit surprised there that they ran the draw after that successful pass play previously, but the thought process had to be, maybe we can catch them rushing the passer and hit something big with the running play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Robbie Anderson, 34 yards. And the 49ers get a score closer. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On the toss, here's Michel. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Watson now to throw. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations. We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles and really scatter some people, can't they?
Now a first down throw, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The Niners on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Watson gets it off to Freeman. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Watson now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And it's Michel once again. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. On the ground is Michel. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So Deshaun Watson in the offense. Down by 10, 20 seconds to go. This crowd has stayed with them throughout, but they need 2 late scores to advance in these playoffs as they've got a first down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. I'm on.
Now it's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.